Hello, everybody, and welcome back to episode 4 of Dial In. So glad you're here. Hope you've been having a great week, a lovely week. Let's get into talking about my week because that's why we're here ultimately. Um, my high of the week was I've got like a couple things. I actually have not I have like a few things. One, this is maybe, I don't know, like something you shouldn't share on the internet, but like I don't care. I got accepted into the course that I want to do next year. In the place that I want to do it next year. So I'm buzzing. I found out yesterday. Oh, I'm so excited. So yeah, and I actually didn't know when I was gonna find out. So yeah, that just like, oh, that was so good. Another high because I'll throw in an extra one for free. We had a bunch of people around our house on Sunday night, and it was really fun. Like, it was really nice. It was some of like the young people from church, and it was just so nice. It was just like a fun little time, and it was a nice time to like get to like chat and like get to know people who like I didn't really know very well, and like get like real conversations with people who I'm like, oh, I've been meaning to talk to you and I haven't. And also, I told her I was gonna say this. One girl was like, "You're so funny. You're so funny." I was like, immediately that's going in my affirmations. Immediately that's going in my podcast. So thanks very much for that. And she was like, oh, "No worries." So shout out. That was very exciting. My low. I have a couple. Would you believe? I wrecked my tire so bad. Wait, I watched this editing. Yeah. Mm. This is a picture of my tire. I hope that's right. I'm just gonna cut it out if it's not. um, I wrecked my tire. I went over this pothole. It was massive, literally massive. And by the time I'd realised the situation, the pothole was upon me. And my options were brake. There was a car immediately behind me. Swerve to the other side of the road. There was also a car on the other side of the road, or hit the pothole. So, in saving everyone's life, I just took the hit on the pothole. And literally, as I was driving home, I was like, this is not right. Like, my car is like off kilter, obviously. And like, oh, it was like down the road. I wasn't very far from my home. I was like 3 minutes away from home, I reckon. And oh my goodness, like I drove like down the road, like I was almost there. I was driving like pretty like fast, like it was like a main road, so I was driving pretty fast. Once I slowed down to take like some turns to get into, she was not cooping all, at all, and it was so, it was so bad, and literally I was driving down the road. This man, his face was like he saw it and like was so, and that's actually, I think I was so embarrassed because I was like, I hope people know, like I know there's a problem, do you know what I mean? Like I'm not oblivious to this, like I'm aware I've have a massive problem here, but I didn't know what it was till I got home and got out of the car and I saw it. I couldn't believe it. So it's fixed now, stay blessed. But that was that was challenging. I also went back to uni this week. Kidding. Kidding, I'm blessed to go to university. There's countries where women aren't allowed to go to university, and I'm blessed that I get to go to university. That being said, I didn't have fun. But that's okay. And that's okay. Um my buffalo. This is good. My buffalo is I was texting my friends, classic me, and we were chatting about like going on holidays and like what holidays we have planned for this year. I was like, oh, I'm going away with my family on this date. And she was like, no way, what date are you flying home? And I told her. And she's flying home from the same country on the same date, right? So already I know what you're thinking. That's crazy. Stay tuned. Like, four years ago, the exact same thing happened. We flew home from the same country on the same day, and it was the same country that we're going to this year. So, if I had a nickel, am I right? So that was kind of crazy. That was my butt flu. Pretty weird that it happened twice. But yeah, so very exciting. Yeah, that's it. So that was my check-in. I'm doing good. I hope you guys are doing good. Getting into today's episode, this one I'm so excited to talk about. Like, honestly, I'm so buzzing. This is something that, like, it's so, like, it's a spa day. Sorry, I should introduce it. Welcome to the episode Relaxing Solo. Woo! Where I'm talking about the time I went to a spa by myself. I'm so excited to talk about this because this is something that like I have had. I'm trying to think of my spa experience before this. A couple years ago, my friend said to me, because we're getting very old, she said she started her year with a massage. She booked herself in for massage, and it was so relaxing, and she felt really good, and like her joints felt really good, and that was really good. So I booked a massage just like straight up. It was in like a yoga studio, and they just like had a masseuse like in a room. So that was my first ever massage. I probably was 21. It was maybe last year. I also did a spa day with like the women in my family. It was for like my granny's birthday. So we went to the Slave Donald Hotel. It was very fancy. And that was very exciting. But that was for my granny's birthday. I got a massage there as well, I think. Then my friends for my birthday this year, for my 22nd, surprised me with like a little spa day that was in like a I'm gonna say like a gym, like a leisure center. I don't know if that's right. I can't remember where it was, but that was I got a massage there. So yeah, every time I suppose my first massage I went to was by myself actually, which I didn't think about till literally right now. But that was just literally like in and out. Whereas the actual like spa experience, this is what I wanted to do by myself, and it's something that I really like. It's expensive. Let's be really frank and honest here. It's not cheap. I imagine there are places that are considerably cheaper than others. I went to Culloden Hotel Estate and Spa, the spa part, not the hotel. And I had an amazing time. I want to talk about the price straight off the bat because I can't remember exactly how much I paid. It is not money that I would just be throwing about. My student loan came in and I thought, I'm booking a spa day because I can justify it for this podcast. So just before we go any further, I don't want people to think I'm out of touch. I'm very privileged. I am very privileged and I probably am out of touch. But I do understand like this was an amazing experience. It's not cheap, but I do think it was worth it. And it is something I'm considering doing again. And I think it's not like out of the realms of possibility to like do this. I don't think you could be doing it on the reg, but it's my ambition that I'll be doing it again at some point. But I would not have done it as a student on a student budget had I have not had the inspiration of this podcast. But I'm glad I did. So, with that disclaimer, let's actually get into the experience. So, I booked myself a detox massage just to get into that New Year's spirit, obviously. New Year, new me, and all that. So, booked it, showed up on the day. The spa itself was lovely, delightful. The lady from the front desk showed me around. She said, "Have you been here before?" I said, and she was like, "That's really fine." Showed me in, put my robe on. Something about a hotel robe, just, it's different. Had my robe on, went down to sit by the pool because you have to get there like before your appointment by like 30 minutes or whatever. So I had 30 minutes to just chill, just decompress. Then they call me and they go, Emily, are you ready now? And I'm like, yes. Go in. The lady's like chatting to me. That's fine. Something I didn't really realize until I got there, I maybe should have read the description a little bit more. The whole thing started with a foot wash. And I thought, how ancient Rome is this? To like be like, I've paid you to wash my feet. She like cleaned in between my toes. And I was like, I don't think I would have picked this if I didn't know. And I just was like, this is not. And obviously, like, I was just like sitting in a chair, like watching it. Like, most parts of massage, you can kind of disconnect from the person giving you a massage because your eyes are closed or you're face down on a table. So, like, you don't have to, like, really engage with them in any way. I'm literally, like, watching her, like, scrub my feet. I also, from Christmas, we bought my little cousin like a nail polish kit. So, and actually still to this day, I've got like bright, like pinky orange, like coral toenails. And I just like saw it and I was like, oh yeah, sorry. But it was fine. I mean, she got all up in it. I'm sure she's seen worse. I would just have to imagine. Then she like, yeah, get up in the bed. This was like, I've never had a massage like this because it was like a detox. It wasn't just like a tissue massage or anything like that. She brushed my body with like a brush, and then she was like, I'm gonna like touch your lymph nodes. I don't know. She's like touching like my knees, like the back of my knees. She was like yeah, in my armpits. Actually, when she was doing that, she was like, are you okay? And I was like, I'm so ticklish. This is actually like, I was like, it's not you, it's me. It's okay. So that was like, yeah, I just had to ask her, could she stop? Yeah, she was brushing me, and then she like, yeah, did like more of like the massage part. She told me before it started, she said it's like lymphatic drainage. And I said, and I think it said, oh, this is helpful for like weight loss. It's a good like detox and reset, which are like words that I actually probably believe like don't really mean anything. Like when something's like, this will detox you, I'm like, from what does that mean? Like, I'm sorry, I don't like know what you're talking about. But it sounded refreshing for the new year, so that's why I got it. And she was like, so this is really good with like digestion, weight loss. Then she was like, it's really good if you're constipated. And I was like, why would you say that to me? Do you think I look constipated? Be honest. Kidding, I didn't say that. And she didn't say that I look constipated. But she was like, so you might notice like you'll be like peeing today, like quite a lot. You might be noticing like you're going to the bathroom a lot. And as I was on the bed, this was like an 80-minute massage. As I'm on the bed and like being rolled over, and she's like massaging my stomach and all. And she was like, oh, if there's like something in there, I'll feel it. And I was like, I've never felt so self-conscious of like the poo that's inside my body. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, why would you be like all touching that? And then I was like, then she rolled me over onto my, so I was lying on my stomach, my back's up. I was like, see, honestly, if I fart right now, like, what am I gonna do? Like, I was like, I'm sure she knew. Like, have you seen those videos of like babies being farted? Like, do you know when they like roll their legs and like squeeze them? I was like, is that what you're doing to me? Like, is that the process that I'm currently enduring? Thankfully, didn't fart. I'm sure like she would have been used to it, and I'm obviously just a lovely little girl, so I only do lovely little girl farts. So it would have been fine. But it was definitely a bit like, oh. Anyway, massage is over. She goes, come into the relaxation room. Now, if you've ever been for a massage, this is my favourite part, the relaxation room. And I was a bit nervous because at the very start when the lady was giving me a tour, she didn't mention it. And I was like, baby girl, that's what I'm here for. And I go into this room. It's so good. I took like 2 pictures. They're not good. So I'm just going to describe it to you. So there was like there's maybe about 8 beds. And they all were like mechanized. So you could move, did you want your back up? Did you want your knees up? Did you want your feet up? And I was able to just lie exactly how I wanted. I think I went and got my Kindle. Came back, read half of my book. Was so relaxed. They had apples, they had chamomile tea. I had the whole room to myself, which is strange because a couple came in the same time as me to get a massage. I didn't see them the whole rest of the day, so who knows where they were. Because I was kind of expecting, we were in the waiting room at the same time, so I imagined we would be sort of using that room, like ultimately at the same time. Nowhere in sight, no complaints from me. Honestly, unreal, so calm, so relaxed. Then I went back out to use like the general spa facilities. And what did they have? They had a swimming pool, which I grew up with 2 brothers. So when I use a swimming pool, literally, I don't really know how to function because for about the first 20 years of my life, anytime I used a swimming pool, someone was trying to drown me. Like, we were playing WrestleMania, and I'm saying that as if like I know our next family holiday that we're going on, it will be the same story. No one gets in the pool just to like swim laps. Like, the pool is a place really to show your strength, to show your commitment, and to show your dominance. And when I'm in a swimming pool by myself, I just don't really know what to do. So this pool was a circle as well, so you couldn't swim lengths. I sort of just swam from one side to another and then back and to another, but I don't really know, were you supposed to swim circles? I'm not sure. Anyway, got in there for a bit. Hot tub. In the hot tub, they had a sauna. They did have a steam room. I didn't use it. I think it was broken also, but I was in the sauna, which had a window out to the car park. Weird, but enjoyable. I don't mind watching people go past. I don't really think they could see in, because I tried to look when I went out to my car. You couldn't really see in, so I think that was okay. And I just sort of did like I sort of did get that on like a rotation. They have a cafe like in this spa, so I went, got some lunch, got a little scone, a little bite to eat. That was delightful. And then when I'd fully contented myself with my spa day and read most of my book that I started that day, I got out. Hotel, I love Hotel, like shampoo, when they have like all the spa, I think it's like Espa shampoo and body wash and stuff. I'm using that. Heck yeah. So I used all that. Lovely. Felt so refreshed. Felt so alive. And all like the demographic of like the gym goers to that gym, it's just aspirational, to be frank. I love my gym. I don't really think that I would drive to the Culloden every day to use that gym, but I mean, it's just a different kettle of fish. And the ladies there were so nice, and they all seemed to like know each other, and they're all like having wee chats and about just like different things. I don't know, it was really sweet. It was just a nice environment to be in. And yeah, Then I left. Then immediately as I got to my car, they called me and they were like, hello, Miss Cousins. Your payment hasn't gone through. And I was like, oh, this is scary beans, because what if I'm actually faking a fraud and I don't have the money? But I went and it was fine. I think they just got my card number wrong and I paid it, and it was actually cheaper than I thought it would be. So that's exciting. So yeah, went home, enjoyed the rest of my day. Honestly, one of the best experiences genuinely ever. I enjoyed it so much. Someone said to me before I went, they said, Ju, I feel like a spa day by yourself. I feel like that's almost like more enjoy, like that's maybe how it's supposed to be enjoyed. And I can kind of see where they would be coming from with that. I didn't really, while I was there, interact with any other people. Do you know? And I think that's a good thing. Like, I think that's kind of the point. Do you know? I think I was, like, I suppose I sort of chatted. There was like one lady in the hot tub and we sort of exchanged some pleasantries. It's just very, there's no expectation that you're going to be chatty with people. Yeah, like it was just a great experience and a lovely day by myself. It was very relaxing. Not that I maybe really needed. I'm like, so obviously I'm a student. I have like 100 years off at Christmas, not quite, but like almost a month. And this was sort of, yeah, like the after Christmas part. Like I maybe really didn't need it. Maybe it would have been better timed at like a time where I really needed to calm down and relax and gather my thoughts. But genuinely, it was just nice. This is gonna sound so like, but just to like prioritize myself for a morning and just like prioritize looking after myself. Because I'm a student with like no responsibilities, and that's really all I do anyway. But yeah, I really enjoyed it and I thought it was lovely. So, time for everyone's favourite segment, the solo scorecard. Ah! First up, I actually realised last week I got these wrong. I got them in the wrong order, but I didn't change the scorecard, and I hope no one, I don't really think anyone will care. But here we go. So, at first, comfort. Like, genuinely, like a 9 out of 10. People go to the spa on their own. People, I think also because this one that I was going to was also a gym, so people go to the gym by themselves, use gym facilities by themselves. There was really nothing that I felt like, oh, I have to be talking to someone about this, or it looks weird or strange that I'm on my own. It was a very comfortable experience. Enjoyment, 10, like literally 10. I had the best morning, and honestly it was something that like afterwards I was thinking about. I honestly just enjoyed it so much. I felt so relaxed, honestly. And just, I think just because I got to read, I love reading and I love reading what I like to read. But I go to uni and I do English, so I'm reading a lot of books and a lot of stuff that I haven't chosen, and it's very thinky, and it's maybe not what I would specifically choose or necessarily choose. And the whole time that I'm reading, it's in order to do like analysis, is in order to prove a point. But when I get to just read, to like just enjoy it and just go, that was a lovely story, I'm all over that. So I think because I just allowed myself to do that, it was just amazing. And my body felt amazing after. No, I was peeing pretty much the whole day after, but that's okay. That's what she said would happen. That's probably detox. I don't know what detox is. That's probably what that is. It's all that stuff leaving my body. Yeah, it was really good. Recommendation, I think I would give it like, I don't know. I'm going to say an 8. And the only reason it's not a 10 is that it is expensive. So recommending it to like a student in my financial situation is gonna sound ridiculous. To other like 22-year-olds who are saving for a house or saving for rent or anything like that, do you know what I mean? I'm not recommending it in that sense, but there are definitely places that you could go to for cheaper than this. I think in total I spent about £130. That's the number. £130, it's nothing to be laughed at. It's nothing to, do you know what I mean? Like, it is an amount of money that I would not have ever considered if not for this. And now the problem is I'm like, well, I was able to swing it that month, so do you think I'll be able to swing it again? That's the only thing. Now, you could go for something different, you could go somewhere different, and it would not be the same. So that's also to be considered. But I genuinely had an amazing time. And I think to do it maybe like, yeah, once a year at New Year's, to reset and refresh and have a wee chill out, that is so slay. And I think it is okay to prioritize yourself sometimes. You know, it's okay to say, do you know what? I want to spend my money that I worked for or got in my student loan. I want to spend that on myself, making sure that I am the nicest version of myself. Yeah, I really enjoyed it, and I really think it was quite beneficial, yeah, to both my mind and my body. So that was the solo scorecard. This has been Dial In episode 4. I really hope that you enjoyed it, and I will see you next week for episode 5. Bye!